Hey guys, Rohan Rivas here with Jeremy Hoffman. We have both played the beta quite a bit, and one thing that we've seen recently, as people have mined the beta, they've pulled out all the burn cards. So you and I, we have a lot of experience with the game and playing with these burn cards. So what we wanted to do is just kind of walk through some of the rarer burn cards and discuss what they are, how they function, and what we expect to see in the final game. So at level 7, you are given the ability to equip burn cards. There are multiple slots, but you start out with only one slot that you're able to equip from. So delivered to you via that fun little note there. So here at the beginning, you see you get very few burn cards, but as you level up, you get more slots, maximum at 11, and you get a ton of cards.
Yeah, it feels like it's definitely not something you want to be hoarding. Like, there's no real reason. I found myself using maybe one or two per match. It wasn't like, oh, I gotta save this card because I'll never get it again. As you complete those challenges and you do more challenges, the bigger challenges, sometimes you're getting 2 or 3 burn cards for doing that. So yeah, they're constantly throwing them at you. So don't hoard those cards. Use them.
Yeah, and I had more cards than I knew what to do with. I was actually having to delete cards quite often during the beta.
Yeah, I was dropping cards for weapons I wasn't using, like the shotgun or sniper rifle. I was like, I'm not going to use these ultra-powered sniper rifles, so I would just drop it and get rid of it.
Yeah, definitely. So let's look at some of the more interesting burn cards. I picked out a few along with all of the rare cards. To start here, the Bottomless Frags card I thought was really interesting because generally in a first-person shooter in a multiplayer environment, you get a couple frags and that's it. But Bottomless Frags, you would throw 2 frags and then you would have a little bit of a cooldown and then you'd get replenished immediately. And I found this to be really, really useful for taking out grunts.
Yep, and I never got the bottomless frags, but I got the bottomless arc grenades. So very similar, where you would get a couple grenades, throw it, and I like using that for taking out the Titans or distracting them. If you add that perk where you have an extra ordnance, you could have 3, so you'll get 3, and then you'll be able to reload those 3. So you don't have bottomless, like just throw.
Right, that's
but
a good point.
You have a little bit of cooldown between reloads.
Yeah, I thought this was a really fun card to use. Moving on, so this is one of the rare burn cards. You can see that it's rare by the icon in the upper left-hand and bottom right corner. It's gold, so that denotes it as being a rare burn card. Previously, when you saw Bottomless Frags, it was a black icon, meaning that it's common. So, Spare Strider. Call in a Strider Titan. You can do this at the beginning of the match. You can do this at any point. As it says, it's a pretty powerful card.
Yeah, and they have these for all of the different Titans. I actually only picked these up a few times.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. There's some of the later cards that you get, and a lot of them are tied to kind of how many hours you've played, how many hours you've been inside of a Titan, how many hours you've done things. So it works out really well.
Yeah, in the beta, playing to level 14, which was the cap, I only got this one. Yeah, I got it once. So I think that speaks to the rarity of it. One thing though, if you call out a Titan at the beginning of a match, you become an easy target. I mean, all of those pilots immediately go after you. So from a tactical standpoint, probably not a wise thing to do unless you're really, really skilled.
Yeah, it's one of those things I was actually using it on hardpoint to drop in with the Titan, take over the one point that
it's smart,
watches, or that you could get your Titan into, jump out, let him auto Titan, and as the pilots come to kill him, pick him off with your pilot. It's a nice bait if you could get it, and definitely I would die after a few kills because there's so much chaos going on, but you could definitely get 1 or 2 kills off of that.
Yeah, that's really smart. I didn't think about that. So next is another rare burn card, and I didn't get this at all during the beta. It's Spectre Camo. You are a Spectre, as it says. Did you get this at all?
I did. I never actually used it. I got it on my last day, and I was kind of holding it, and I just don't understand, like, I mean, this is one of those things, right? We'll have to see how it works.
Right.
It seems like if it's just a skin, I don't really understand why. Like, because you're still going to kill those specters, but maybe there's something else to it.
Yeah, I wonder if it obscures your tag, like if it makes
Oh,
you
that-
ambiguous.
So camo is more than just your skin. You
Right.
actually camo you as a player. That'd be interesting.
Right. I mean, I think that would be.
Or how you show up on the radar, right? As
Oh, yeah.
just one of the points instead of
that's
an
cool.
arrow. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, so this is to be seen how it actually operates in game, but I think the fact that it's rare means that it probably will do a couple of those things. So this double agent card is a common card, and it says that grunt specters, auto titans, and turrets ignore you. I used this a few times and found that I could run through crowds of grunts, even though that they don't engage you a lot anyway. It still makes you invisible to them, which is useful.
I think the most interesting thing I saw in here was turrets, because we didn't really see any of those in the beta, so it gives us an idea that there's more to come.
Yep, absolutely. So this next one, Echo Vision, is a rare burn card. Active radar pulse is permanently active in addition to your pilot tactical ability. I did get this during the beta. I think I died pretty quick when I had it, so I lost it, but it was really useful being able to see pilots, titans, and minions through walls.
Yeah, and this is one of those things, there's varying types of this card. So there's some that pulse, there's some that replace your ability, and this is the epic version of it, the rare version. It is helpful when you're running around as a pilot, especially if you like to go underground, if you're not a rooftop player, an outdoor player. If you're an indoor player, it's really good for those moments.
Yeah, totally. And like you said, I mean, this is permanently active.
Yep.
In addition to your ability. So this is happening throughout the duration of your life, which is really, really useful.
This is one of those things I also like to say for hardpoint, because you're waiting for people coming to those points.
Oh, that's a good,
It's a good defensive card.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that makes total sense. So, Fast Learner. I wanted to bring this one up. It is a common card, even though I only saw it a couple times playing in the beta. You earn double XP. I mean, that's pretty big, and I would expect something like this to be a rare card, but it's common, and it does what it says. You earn double XP for everything that you do.
Well, they haven't got into explaining kind of the difference between common and rare, right? Like why they categorize it. So I wonder if this is something because it's really only benefiting you. It's not hurting anyone else.
That's a
so
good
you're
point.
not getting, extra weapons. You're not getting an extra Titan. This is really a bonus for you as the player only, and it's not hurting anyone else. In the long run, it does, because you're getting better. You're getting more XP. But in that moment, in that match, since you're not affecting anyone else, that could be maybe why this is a common card.
Yeah, no, definitely. Good thought. So the next one here is a rare card called Map Hack. Full minimap vision. That's pretty huge. I didn't get to experience this, but I can theorize that this would be a very useful card.
Yeah, it's interesting that they have something like this and Echo Vision in the game, because they're different but similar. Kind of does the same way, but in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would actually rather have this than the Echo Vision, because I play off the minimap often, and if I see one of those arrows denoting a pilot, I'm going to go after that arrow.
Right. This also, this really plays into the fact that I feel like Respawn totally understands how people like to play shooters, and that there's different ways people like to play. I barely ever look at the map. This wouldn't be great. It's great for me. I'm looking at it, but I'm not focused on it. So it's nice to show that they have, hey, maybe you're a player that is really just focused on the gameplay. One that focuses on the map. They give you options for a little bit of everything.
Yeah, absolutely, because I think I play off the minimap, and it sounds like you would use the other card, the Echo Vision, probably more.
Yep.
I wanted to bring this one up. It is a common card. All of the weapons in the game have amped versions of themselves, which are just more powerful versions of the weapons. So this one is for the amped smart pistol. There's the amped assault rifle, the amped car submachine gun, all of those things. It's just a more powerful version.
So this one doesn't change the lock on? Like for a pilot, do you have to lock on like once instead of 3 times?
I don't think so. I think it's
You know
just...
why I don't know? Because I kept throwing this card away.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I hate the smart pistol.
I do. I'm not a big fan. And I think you get, from my experience, you get the amped burn cards more than any other. So, like, you're constantly throwing away the weapon burn cards if you're not using them often.
Yep.
I do have to add that I love the background on the card. It's like math equations.
Well, so it'll do calculus now, is the quote.
Apparently, but a little tongue-in-cheek humor there from Respawn. So the next rare card here is Adrenaline Transfusion, permanently stemmed as a pilot in addition to having your tactical ability. I did get this, and I found this to be very, very useful.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's nice. I didn't use Adrenaline really at all because I liked using the cloak. So having this gives you something that I normally wouldn't use because I want to use the other ability. And because it doesn't replace that ability, it's an addition. It's super helpful.
Yeah, you get both,
Yep.
right? I mean, you have increased speed, increased health regen, and the ability to cloak. I mean, that makes you pretty powerful. Wi-Fi Virus is a common card, and I think this one is has a lot of promise, although I didn't use it personally. Automatically capture enemy specters and turn them to your team. That has a unique tactical advantage.
Yeah, it's funny. I used this card once, and I immediately got killed, so I didn't get to see it in action. But it's one of those, you know, there's this argument about the grunts in the game and how useful they are, but not having to deal with them as you run by, it definitely gives you an advantage. It kind of, some people just ignore them anyways because they're not super powerful, but you know, if there is a good bunch of them, if there's 4 of them and they start attacking you, they're going to cause a problem.
Yeah, totally. And finally, on our rare burn cards, and to wrap this up, is the Ghost Squad burn card. Permanently cloaked as a pilot in addition to having your pilot tactical ability. So like the Adrenaline and the Echo Vision, this is another one of the permanent ability burn cards. I think this one is actually probably the best out of those 3.
Yeah, this is fun. You know, I was using this, I think, mostly in Last Titan Standing. So once you get ejected out, you know, you're such a easy target in that mode if you're a pilot. So the ability to not have to worry about, you know, that cooldown on the cloak, it's definitely a nice tactical ability and an advantage to whoever has it on the map. But like all the cards, you know, you're still gonna get killed pretty soon probably,
yeah.
And then it goes away.
Yeah, I think this is going for the player who is just going to run around and try to take out Titans. Like, this is the burn card you want to have activated because you don't have to worry about activating Cloak. It is permanently on, and you're able to try to take out those Titans from a distance, and they won't even see you. Cool. So that wraps it up. We just wanted to go through some of the rare burn cards and talk about them a little bit. You know, it gives you an idea of what to expect from the final game when it comes out next Tuesday. Any last thoughts, Jeremy?
Like I said, don't hoard those cards. In the beginning, you're only going to have a couple. You're going to get worried. You know, they're not that rare, especially those commons. Just use them. They add some fun to the gameplay. And you have to use them to kind of also learn where you like using them, when the right situation is. There's some interesting kind of ways to change the game without feeling super overpowered, because they go away after, you know, you get killed and they're gone forever.
Yeah, absolutely. Respawn definitely wants you to be using these every single match, and they do a good job of replenishing them regularly as you play the game. Cool. So thanks, everyone. Check out all of our other Titanfall week content, and look for our review next week.
Yeah, and let us know what what burn card is your favorite. I'm at HoffTV, and Rohan is at Rohan Likes Pants, because he really likes pants. So let us know what you think, what burn cards you want to use, and which ones were your favorite in the beta.
Cool. Thanks, everyone.